today I've got a special guest with me, one of my favourite chefs ever, Ian Haste. Hi! So he has a YouTube channel called Hastes Kitchen, so go check that out.
All about healthy, quick and easy recipes.
Okay, but what I've done today is I've challenged him to do his cheapest recipe, something his go-to recipe, like when he really needs to make something, but he's not got much money in his pocket.
This is my signature toad in the hole, but we're going to do a cheats gravy with some kale.
Out in the corridor, that chief is hungry for more. You shrink inside your shell until you're saved by the bell, and it can't ring soon enough.
Okay, let's get started.
Right, okay, so first of all, we're going to make a really simple golden mix, so our batter, first of all. Okay, can I get you on the red onion?
Yeah. So this is for...
That's going to be for the gravy.
For the gravy, okay.
Yeah.
How do you want it cut?
I would like that cut into rings, please.
Ooh.
Not like how you said on my video, where you said, you can cut the onion however you like.
Yeah.
And then I cut it, and he goes, just not like that.
But at least I gave you the option to cut it how you wanted it.
So over here, we have got a bowl, and into that we're going to add 300 grams. I've got spelt flour.
Okay.
You can use whatever plain flour you like. The reason I use spelt is just purely because of its health benefits. You can use whatever you want.
We'll probably be substituting it for normal flour if it's cheaper.
Absolutely fine. So 300 grams of flour. We've got 200 millilitres of milk. I've gone for full fat today. That's around 200 mil. And then we've got 2 eggs. Ideally, chill this down, ice cube in there, bring that temperature of the batter down as low as possible. I'm just going to give that a good mix round. Now, I don't know about you, but you don't really see toad in the hole these days on hardly any recipes or any pubs or anything. It's a dying meal.
Well, I think one of the issues is that it takes about half an hour to make it. So if you're gonna, unless you pre-make them.
So that's your batter mix done. It's a simple recipe, oven up to 180 Celsius. Okay, into your pan, we're gonna get this one up to heat.
Yeah.
You've got some oil in there, a generous amount. While that oil's coming up to heat, we have got 6 sausages here. They're literally just gonna go into, doesn't need anything in here, doesn't need any lining paper or any oil. It's a high fatty content, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's going to reduce some of its fat out of it anyway. That's going to go at 180 Celsius for around 10 to 15 minutes just to pre-cook them. Important thing, don't cook them all the way through, because when you stick it in your batter, it just burns the crap out of them.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm happy. Right, here we go, I'm doing it.
Go.
Make them into individual
pop
rings.
into little ringlets.
Oh, here we go.
That's it. Right, so for the cheats gravy, if you don't want to be cooking things for a long period of time, and gravy generally takes a long time, yeah? So for this is proper cheat as well. We've got onions, red onion if you can. We've got rosemary. Now I'm going to use 2 sprigs of rosemary, a real strong flavour that works really well with sausages. They can go in whole. Okay?
Yeah.
Just going to sweat them down a little bit more. We're going to season, salt and pepper. Generous amount of salt. We're going to add a good amount of red wine.
Okay.
This is optional. I had this in the fridge.
Well, that's it. Normally something like red wine would blow the budget, but you were going to throw it away anyway, so I guess that's
This is
free.
off red wine.
Okay.
I feel like I've cheated a little bit.
There you go. No, it's fine.
We've got some regular little cheap stock pots.
Yeah.
Got some chicken. So the reason this is a cheats gravy,
Yeah.
that effectively can take the same amount of water on there again, hot water.
Okay.
And that will give you gravy for 7 days. Yeah?
I like that idea.
So I always do this in pre-cooked.
Yeah.
Anything that I don't use on the day, I put it into a small container and put it in the freezer. So each day I've got my gravy pot that I want to use each day. And effectively what I use to thicken that is good old-fashioned gravy granules.
Cool.
Yeah? So that's your thickening agent. And that's going to be, if you just use something like that by itself, I find it's quite a bland flavour.
Yeah,
it's a boring gravy. As soon as you put the rosemary and the red wine and some garlic in there, for instance, and some onion, it changes. It tastes like a full restaurant gravy.
Yeah, well, it sort of jazzes it up.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So if you're happy with that.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Are we going to
Perfect.
go in with the whole thing?
Yeah, see why not?
Here we go.
And that's the element of keeping the cost down for you, see?
Okay.
Over here, this is my little key to this one being ultra big.
Yeah.
Bread tin, or
Yeah.
mini loaf tin,
Yeah.
inside a big loaf tin. Like so. Generous amount of oil just inside.
So what's the second tin to catch this?
The oil. So there's a decent amount in there. That's going to rise out, and because we've got such big depth containers, it will cook the batter stronger.
Okay.
rather than it trying to get out and it's always soft on top. It will come out hard and crunchy.
Cool.
All right, so that's going to go into your oven, preheat that until it's nice and bubbling hot. Okay, oil should be bubbling away nicely now. Always be careful with this sort of stuff because it is lethal. You want it just before a smoking point. We've got our chunky sausages. So we know that's nice and hot. We know this is nice and cold. What we're looking for is for a reaction, yeah? So I'm going to pour this, and you're pouring into the oil, making sure that you don't get any on the sides. Reason being is you don't get a rise.
Okay.
If you touch any of that sides before the oil, it will stick and it never comes out of the pan. Same with the Yorkshire pudding. So you do half in first of all, then you go in with your sausages. We've got our rosemary, and then you're going to use the rest of your batter really cautiously. Make sure that you don't touch the sides. See, the oil's constantly rising at the same time.
Yeah.
So there's always a layer over the top.
Wow.
That can go back into your oven at 180 Celsius for around 15 to 20 minutes until risen to a good height. If it hasn't risen to a good height, leave it in there a little bit longer.
But don't open the door too soon.
Exactly. Gravy's done. Should we just do a little bit of kale, do you reckon?
Yeah, let's get some kale on.
So we're going to get a second pan up to heat. Decent handful of our kale. We're just going to sweat that off with just a little bit of water, yeah? That's your kale done. Just whilst off with a little bit of water. Gravy's done. Should we serve this one up?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So this is the drum roll bit, isn't it?
Right, moment of truth. Oh my God.
So any kind of mug music we can do, like smug music?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
For plating this up, I'm going to go with a nice, generous bit of our kale down the centre. I always say if I'm going to open a pub, this is going to be my main dish.
Yeah. Wow.
That can go on there, like that. And then, with our gravy.
Oh, that looks great.
And then finally we've got some of those gorgeous onions just over the top.
Ooh. Oh, they're very well chopped, aren't they? Those
They're
onions?
really good. Really, really good.
Right, so I'm going to tuck into this. I'm going to tell you how it is. But in the meantime, head over to Ian's channel at Hastes Kitchen. And you can see the recipe that we cooked up earlier. A lovely Singapore chow mein.
It's a good recipe as well.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on the channel, dude.
No, not a problem. Right, let's get into this. Oh my God, this is amazing. Right, here we go. I'm going with a big mouthful, don't judge me. Mmm.
Cheats gravy.
The gravy. The gravy just sets it apart. Wow. So I'm going to have a bit more. Don't forget to subscribe to both our channels, Hastes Kitchen, £1 Meals. I'll see you guys later.
Cheers then, bye-bye.